What's up everyone, this is Anthony from Anthony's Customs, and for this review we're looking at the DC Universe Classics Parademons. This one is the standard release. I think this one is the harder to find variant. It could be the other way around. It's been a while, but these are the two that they did come out with, and they have a whole bunch of unique parts. They share some between each other. If you look underneath all this yellow stuff, his torso is the same, the crotch piece is the same, the thighs are the same except this guy has glued on parts. So they do share some parts. And this guy has some parts that are common with other DCUC figures, but they have a whole bunch of uniqueness. So I should probably technically do these in their own reviews, but I'm just going to run through them both really quickly in this one review. The green one, well, they both come with this gun right here. It's a pretty crappy looking, pretty ugly yellow gun. It has some detail work on it, and they can hold it just fine, but having the, it's really like chalky yellow paint, so I don't really care for it too much. Then the green one comes with this. This was supposed to come with the Build-A-Figure Collect and Connect, oh crap, what's that guy's name? The furry guy, the short green and yellow outfitted, weird looking guy. Oh my god, I can't think of his name right now. Calabac. This was supposed to come with Calabac, but they ended up releasing it with this guy instead, so I don't know what the deal is with that. But this is kind of cool. I don't know why this comes apart, so maybe, yeah, I don't know. Maybe Calabac's gun is known to do that. I don't know. But it does come apart. And this was supposed to connect to Calabac's belt, but it didn't come with him. It came with this guy, so if you want it, you have to get this guy. Alright, this one stands 6 inches tall to the top of the head. This one stands almost 7. He's much taller, much skinnier, and like I said, mostly a completely different figure. As far as articulation goes, it's just a head swivel, same for that guy. He has ball hinge shoulders, similar to Marvel Legends style, less like DC style. So full range of motion except for going all the way up because he has these shoulder caps on there to hide the joint. So you can't raise him all the way up without rotation. It does have a bicep swivel, but it's somewhat limited by that cap again. Single jointed elbow, wrist swivel, standard DCUC style gripping hands. Ab crunch works really well backwards, not so well forwards. The hips are definitely Marvel Legends style. T-jointed ball hinge hips, so pretty good range of motion there. They are somewhat limited coming forward due to this loincloth being a solid piece. The knees are single jointed knees, not nearly as ugly as the rest of the DCUC figures. I wish that's how they all were made. Instead of having that cut joint across the kneecap, it's actually a separate sculpted joint. Not separate, I don't know, you probably get what I'm saying. The joint is separated above the kneecap rather than in the middle. Ankle joint standard single pivot, but pretty good range of motion. Really nice details throughout this guy, lots of little rivets and things that are painted. Really no big gripes other than the ab crunch could be better and the head could look up and down, but still a really cool looking figure. Definitely if you like the whole dark side group of guys, this is definitely a batch you probably want to pick up. These guys are really nicely done, and the head is sculpted and painted very well. Alright, on to the red one, who has wings and a completely different sculpt for some of the parts. The head, again, unfortunately, even though he's skinny, he doesn't have very good range of motion. It's just a swivel. The sculpt is done nicely, paint is done nicely. Torso is basically the same minus this big jetpack thingy, but he has a slightly different build for the shoulders, so he has a pretty good range of motion, really good range of motion actually. Swivels in there, single jointed elbow unfortunately. Would have been cool to get a double joint, but it's still single. It's still decent range of motion for a single joint, so I'm okay with that. Wrist swivel and completely new hands, but they're still sculpted pretty well, and I like that. And he can hold the gun thanks to that little clippy thing on the side there, so no problems. Ab crunch is the same, goes all the way back, not so far forward. Hips are pretty much the exact same. Thighs, like I said, are actually the same sculpt. In fact, the lower legs might be as well. No, this actually sculpted on. It's not just glued on. So he has new lower legs. Nice knees though again, and the ankles have pretty good range of motion. New feet for him. So really cool figures. He doesn't have quite as much detail as the other one just because he has less stuff going on. But still, definitely a nice addition to the DCUC collection. So I think they're both definite recommendations, guys. There you go. Go pick them up if you can. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more figure reviews, custom figures, and other good stuff. And in the meantime, keep collecting.